Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we have start chapter number first, that is the living world and classification of microbes. Okay, in that we have to see how all the living organisms are classified. Okay, up to now we have studied that all living organisms are classified into 5 different kingdoms. Among them, we have studied 2 kingdoms. Okay, kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista. Okay, now we have to start kingdom third, that is the fungi. Okay, for the 8th standard we have to study about kingdom fungi, means only 3 kingdom we have to study in standard 8. In standard 9 we have to study about the kingdom plant, and in 10th standard we have to study about kingdom animals. Okay, so such a way that in this year, in this chapter, we have to study about only these first 3 kingdom: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, and kingdom fungi. Okay, now look at, okay, if you take a moist bhakri, okay, we take a bhakri which is near about 2-3 days ago, which present in our home. Okay, so there are, we see pot or bread. Okay, if bread is old bread, take, okay, means that bread is, we can broke that cover of bread packet 5-6 days ago and placed it in open space. Okay, then we will see on that bhakri or bread, okay, white color substance is formed. Okay, that are nothing but the what, this fungus, that are nothing but the what, fungi. Okay, so look at what are the characteristic of kingdom fungi. Okay, look at first, these are non-green eukaryotic heterotrophic organism. Look at, these are non-green. Non-green means what? Simply chlorophyll is not present in their body structure. Okay, absence of chlorophyll is there. Then eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic means what? Simply, I told you in last lecture, eukaryotic cell is well developed cell in which nucleus and other cell organelles are well developed. Okay, such cells are called eukaryotic cell. Then heterotrophic organism. Okay, we see autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic means what? Example, plant, means what? They produce their energy. But now these fungi are heterotrophic organism. Heterotrophic means what? They did not produce their food, they depend on other organism for their food. Okay, so that are the heterotrophic organism. Okay, so look at, these are non-green eukaryotic heterotrophic organism. That is the first characteristic. Then most of them are saprotrophs. Okay, most of them are saprotrophs. Saprotrophs means what? Simply, they are decomposers. What? They are decomposer. They decomposes all the organic matter. Okay, we see whatever the organic matter present in our surrounding. Okay, look at as a cut vegetables. Okay, so that will be automatically disappear after some time. Due to what? Due to the decomposition of that organic matter takes place, and most of the fungi are act as a saprotrophs. Means what? They decomposes organic matter. Okay, that is the second characteristic. Then feed upon the decaying organic matter. I already told you what they are. Decomposes all the organic matter. Then the cell wall made up of tough and complex sugar called chitin. Okay, if we study fungi, then we will see that their cell wall are made up of tough and complex sugar which have name chitin. Okay, now the some examples of kingdom fungi. What? Baker's yeast. Okay, then aspergillus, then penicillium and mushrooms are the examples of kingdom fungi. Okay, look at, these are the some characteristic of kingdom fungi. These are non-green eukaryotic heterotrophic organism, most of them are saprotrophs. Okay, they feed upon the decaying organic matter. These their cell wall made up of tough and complex sugar called chitin and Baker's aspergillus, penicillium and mushroom are the examples of kingdom fungi. So you have to remember some characteristics and some examples of kingdom fungi. Okay. Now we have to study some microorganisms. Okay, in this chapter up to the kingdom 3 fungi, that much study we have to carry out in the 8th standard. What? Kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and kingdom fungi. That are 3 kingdoms we are studied now in 8th standard. Kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, that we have to study 9th and 10th standard. Okay, so about this kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and kingdom fungi, we have to remember only there some characteristics and some example. Okay, now we have to see about the some microorganisms. So now next topic we have to see some microorganisms. Okay, micro means what? Meaning of micro means what? Very small. Okay, they did not able to see by our naked eyes. Okay, we have to use some specific type of microscopes to see such living organisms. Okay, that called microorganism. Meaning of micro means very small. Okay, among all the living organisms, okay, as compared to other animals and plants, okay, these microorganisms are large in number. Okay, we see that 87 million species are there. Okay, in among them 87 million, most of the microorganisms, okay, bigger species are very small. Okay, now this all microorganisms are divided into the 2 types, basis of which type of cell present in their body. Some are called prokaryote and some are called eukaryotic. Okay, we see meaning of prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell means what? Simply in their body structure, whatever the cell present in which nucleus and other cell organelles absent. Such a microorganisms are called prokaryotes. Okay, and eukaryote what happen? Nucleus and other cell organelles are present. Okay, that is the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. That you have to remember. We see that part in prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Okay, now look at here, prokaryotes. Which type of living organisms are fall under prokaryotes? That are all the bacteria are the prokaryotes. Okay, whatever the bacteria is present in this living world, in that they are all prokaryotes. Now eukaryotes. Which type of living organisms are eukaryote? Look at here, all the protistas, fungi and algae. Okay, all are the eukaryotes, are called eukaryotes. Okay, so look at prokaryote and eukaryote are the 2 types of microorganism. Bacteria are prokaryotes, then protista, fungi and algae are eukaryotes. Okay, now we have to see each bacteria, protista, fungi, algae one by one now. Now we have to see characteristic of first microorganism, that is the bacteria. Okay, look at first. These are unicellular. Unicellular means what? Only one cell is there in their body. Okay, then independent or parasitic organism. Independent means what? They can grow themselves. Or parasitic means what? They need other living organism to grow. Okay, means they can grow in body of somewhat other living organism. Okay, so some are independent and some are parasitic organism. Sometimes many bacteria form colony. Okay, means sometimes many bacteria together forms a colony. Okay, then bacterial cell is prokaryotic cell. Okay, we know prokaryotic means what? Simply not well developed cell. Okay, bacterial cell is prokaryotic cell with cell wall. Means what? In the side of that cell, one cell wall is there of a bacterial cell, and this cell is prokaryotic cell. But nucleus and other cell organelles are absent here. Okay, but in bacteria what happen? Nucleus and other cell organelles are absent. Then they reproduce by simple binary fission. Their reproduction takes place. Look at, suppose this is one bacteria. Okay, and like this. Okay, now its reproduction takes place by simple binary fission. Binary fission means what? It get cut into the two bacteria. Okay, suppose this is one bacteria. After its a binary fission, such a two separate bacteria are formed. Okay, as like this one and this one. Okay, so both are unique but become two. One bacteria get divided into the two bacteria, such a way this again get divided to this again get divided to. Okay, so such a reproduction are called binary fission. So all bacteria are reproduced by simple binary fission. Then in favorable condition they grow vigorously. Vigorously means what? Very fast. Okay, their growth in favorable condition, their growth takes place very fast. Okay, sometime in 20 minutes they grow double. Okay, in 20 minutes their number become double. Suppose there are 20 bacteria, then after 20 minutes their number will become double. Again after 20 minutes it will be double. Okay, so such a way that their numbers increase very fast, vigorously. Some examples are Coccus, Cocobacillus, Bacillus, Spirillum are the examples of bacteria. Okay, so you have to again remember here some characteristic and some examples of bacteria. Look at what is the characteristic: unicellular, independent or parasitic living organisms. Sometimes many bacteria form colony. Okay, then bacterial cell is a prokaryotic cell with cell wall, but nucleus and other cell organelles are absent here. Then they reproduce by simple binary fission. Okay, again in favorable condition they grow vigorously, means very fast. Coccus, Cocobacillus, Bacillus and Spirillum are the examples of these bacteria. Okay, so these characteristics you have to remember here about the bacteria. Okay, now we have to see second type of microorganism, that is the protozoa. Okay, their size is approximately 200 micrometer. Okay, now look at, they are found in soil, fresh water and sea water. Okay, where they are live? Soil, fresh water and sea water. Then these are unicellular living organism with eukaryotic cell. Okay, what is the second characteristic? These are unicellular, means only one cell is there in their body. Okay, means that organism is made up of only one cell. Okay, and that cell is which type? Eukaryotic cell. Okay, then great variation in cell structure, organs of locomotion and mode of nutrition among the protozoan. Okay, look at great variation. Variation means what? Differences. Okay, so great variation in cell structure. If you look at cell structure of amoeba, okay, then it is a that has actually not a specific shape, any shape. Now then if we see paramecium, okay, then it have structure like our footwear. Okay, so actually in protozoans, great variation in their cell structure we can see. Also in organs of locomotion, we see in yesterday's lecture what organs of locomotion means. In we see in paramecium, okay, what happened, some hair like structure is present in surrounding body. With the help of that hairs, that amoeba can be moved from one position to another. Then in euglena, okay, then whip like flagella, that structure is there, okay. With the help of that structure, euglena can be moved, okay. So such a way we can see great variation in their cell structure, organ of locomotion, and modes of nutrition. Modes of nutrition means what? Some are autotrophs, some are heterotrophs. Some of the protozoan can produce their energy themselves, but some are not produced. They depend on other living organisms for get their energy, okay. So such a way that there are lot of differences we can see, lot of variation we see in cell structure, organ of locomotion, or mode of nutrition in the protozoans, okay. Then they reproduce by simple cell division, okay. Division means what? Dividation. We know these are the single cell organism, unicellular. So simply such a way that this is a one cell, okay. Then what happens from that? Two cells are formed. This one cell get divided into the two cells, okay. So such a way the reproduction takes place by simple cell division. Their examples now: amoeba, paramecium, okay. Both are free living in dirty water, okay. Mostly amoeba and paramecium are found in dirty water. Then entamoeba histolytica, okay, causes amebiosis, okay. That is the one disease that cause this bacteria called entamoeba histolytica. Then plasmodium vivax, okay, causes malaria. We know malaria is disease that happen due to the plasmodium vivax protozoans, okay. Then euglena, okay, euglena are the autotrophic protozoans, okay. So such a way that look at these are the examples, but lot of differences are present in there, okay. This euglena is autotrophic, but others are heterotrophic, okay. So such a way that look at some protozoans are, we can see that there are harmful pores, okay, because they are causes some disease, okay. So these are the second bacteria, protozoa, okay. These are the some characteristic of protozoans, okay, that you have to see in books, okay. Remember, if asked about the protozoans, then you have to write near about 3 characteristics and 2 examples of each category which asked in an examination, okay. Now we have to see next microorganism, that is the fungi. Now we have to see third microorganisms, that are the fungi, okay. Their size is approximately 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer, okay. Look at what are their characteristics. First, they are found on decaying organic matter and dead bodies of animals and plant, okay. Generally all that fungi are, we know, we see one characteristic of classification, that is the mode of their life, okay. Means what are they in their life, okay. So in that we see all fungi are act in their whole lifespan as a decomposers, means they decompose all the dead living organisms, okay. So they found on decaying means what? Decomposing, okay, organic matter and dead bodies of animal and plant, okay. We know all organic matter get vanishes automatically after some time because these fungi are decomposed then, okay. Then these are eukaryotic organism. Some are unicellular and others are visible with naked eyes, okay. These are eukaryotic organisms. Eukaryotic means what? Well developed cell is there, okay. in that cell nucleus and other cell organelles are present. Okay, so eukaryotic cell are present in the fungi and some are unicellular. Among them some are unicellular, means only one cell is present in their body, and other are visible with naked eye, and some of them we can see with our naked eyes, means some are multicellular. Okay, then saprotrophic, absorb food from decaying organic matter. Okay, they are actually saprotrophic. Saprotrophic means what? They can get their food by decompose organic matter or dead bodies of animal and plant. Okay, such are saprotrophic. So fungi are saprotrophics. They absorb their food from decaying organic matter. Then they reproduce sexually and asexually by cell division or budding. Okay, look at their reproduction takes place by both way, sexually or asexually, by cell division or budding. Okay, cell division is asexual. Okay, so such a way that their reproduction takes place by both way, sexual and asexually, by cell division or budding. And some examples are given here: baker's yeast, then candida, mushrooms. Okay, all are the examples of fungi. Okay, so we have to remember there are some characteristic what found on decaying organic matter, okay, and dead bodies of animal and plant. Then these are eukaryotic organisms, some are unicellular and other are visible with naked eyes. Then they are saprotrophic. Okay, means what? They absorb their food from decaying organic matter and they can reproduce by both way, sexually or asexually, by simple cell division or budding. Then some example: baker's yeast, candida and mushroom. Okay, this is about the microorganisms, fungi. Okay. Now we have to see about the algae. Okay, size of algae are approximately near about 10 micrometer to 100 micrometers. Okay, actually 1 minute. Look at, there are some characteristics. Okay, they are aquatic. Aquatic means what? Simply aquatic means, aqua means what? Aqua means water. So they are aquatic means they are living in mostly in what? Water. They are living in water. Aquatic. Then eukaryotic, unicellular, autotrophic organisms. Okay, look at eukaryotic means well developed cell. Then unicellular means what? One cell is there. Autotrophic organism. Autotrophic means what? They can produce their food. Such living organisms are called autotrophic. Okay, so these are autotrophic living organisms. Then photosynthesis carried out with the help of chloroplast in the cell. We know in the cell of algae what? Green color chloroplast is present. With the help of that chloroplast present in a cell, photosynthesis is carried out, and by the process of photosynthesis what? Energy production takes place. Okay, so with the help of chloroplast, photosynthesis takes place in their cell. Then examples are chlorella, Chamidomonas. Okay, Chamidomonas and chlorella are the examples of algae. Some species are unicellular, but most are multicellular, visible with naked eyes. We see if water is stored for many days and sunlight goes there, then we see green color algae is formed there. Okay, so simply they are aquatic means they are living in water. Then some species are unicellular but mostly are multicellular. We can see with our naked eyes. Okay, so these are the characteristic of algae. What? They are aquatic means they are living in water. then eukaryotic unicellular autotrophic organisms. Photosynthesis carried out with the help of chloroplast in the cell. Okay, then chlorella, Chamaedomonas are the examples, and some species are unicellular but most are the multicellular and we can very easily visible them by our naked eyes. Okay, so these are the characteristics of algae. Now we have to see some information about the viruses. Okay, look at size of these viruses is approximately 10 micrometer to 100 nanometer, means very small. Nanometer is unit, very small unit. Okay, so look at, generally viruses are not considered as living organisms. Okay, viruses, look at this thing, we have to remember that viruses does not considered as living organisms. Okay, they does not considered as living organisms. Okay, they considered organisms at the age of living and non-living. Okay, if you study, okay, detail about the viruses, then we cannot able to actually what they differentiate them or classify them in the living or non-living organisms. Okay, because they show symptoms of both living and non-living organism. Okay, so we cannot categorize them in living and non-living, but they called as organisms at the age of living and non-living. They are in between living and non-living because they show symptoms of both livings and non-livings. Okay, and then look at what are the characteristics of bacteria. Look at, they are extremely minute. Minute means what? Very small. Okay, they are about 10 to 100 times smaller than bacteria. Okay, so viruses are very small as compared to bacteria, 10 to 100 times small than bacteria. Look at, they are found in the form of independent particles. Okay, these are long molecules of DNA or RNA covered by protein coat. Okay, so these are the actually found in the form of independent particles. What? Independent particles. And viruses are nothing but the what? These are the long molecules of DNA or RNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA means ribose nucleic acid. Okay, so these are the long molecules of DNA or RNA covered by protein coat. Okay, so these are the independent particles as like this, and protein cover is present around them. Okay, so these are found in the form of independent particles. These are long molecules of DNA or RNA covered by protein coat. Okay, viruses survive only in living plant or animal cell. Okay, these viruses can survive. Okay, they remain alive in living plant or animal cell. Okay, so outside the body generally they are found in dead situation, but inside when they are entered in our body, okay, then they can survive in the living things, that is the plant or animals. Okay, so generally what happen, they entered in our body means our cells. So DNA and RNA present in our cells. Okay, so what, they replicate their proteins, they replicate their proteins with the help of cell present in our body and destroy our cell. Okay, so their numbers goes on increasing our body. Okay, so viruses causes many diseases to plants and animals. We see nowadays viruses are spread many diseases in plants and animals. Look at some examples: human poliovirus, then influenza virus, then HIV AIDS virus. These are the examples of the disease which are spread due to the virus in human being. Then in cattle, look at picorna virus. Okay, there due to this virus, disease are spread in cattle. Then plants. Okay, in tomato plants there is wilt virus. Okay, then tobacco mosaic virus. So these are the viruses which are attack human, cattle and plants also. So you have to remember names of these viruses that may be asked in match the pair. Okay, so human polio, influenza and HIV AIDS virus, cattle picorna virus, plants wilt and tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, so such a way that these are the viruses with another type which does not considered as living organisms. Okay, they are considered on the edge of living and non-living organisms. Okay, and these are the characteristic of viruses. Okay, now here we completed chapter first. Okay, this is the very small chapter. Okay, so here what we have to do, we have to generally, we see here three kingdoms, okay, of living organism. What? Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista and Kingdom Fungi. You have to remember there are some characteristic, their diagram and there are some examples, okay, that may be asked in examination. Then we see some microorganisms. In that we study some different types of bacteria, okay, algae, fungi, then viruses. Okay, so such a way that this chapter is over. Now read it carefully, all the characteristic of all microorganisms and kingdom. Now in next lecture we will start next chapter. Okay.